I see them having like some angry faces from us saying they don't have much time. By the time you're 30 years old, most of your eggs are gone. By the time you're 35 years old, it's a high-risk pregnancy.
I know, but
so I'm being from biological sense.
I don't want kids until I'm at least 30.
Same for me. Well, I mean, like I know it's risky, but like sometimes,
I mean, you drop your chances of bringing a child healthy to term, waiting.
You can freeze applies to men's sperm too.
What was that?
The same thing happens to dude's sperm too.
Like 30 years out.
I mean, you can have healthy children as a guy.
Absolutely,
so
guys.
You could bust nuts the day you die. It's the women that
I'll freeze my
it's the women that have that doesn't really help
I'll
either.
freeze my eggs till I find the win. It's all right.
That doesn't really help either, because if you're older, it doesn't matter because the incubator is busted. Does that make sense? The egg can be great, but if the incubator is busted, it doesn't.
Yeah, it won't make sense.
I don't know if she knows what an incubator is. But listen.
I do.
Okay, so if you're 35 years old and you have the eggs frozen, it doesn't matter because the incubator is old.
Like you would.
Right, but somebody else could possibly birth your child.
That's
also true.
That's still a younger woman, correct?
Still.
Yeah, but there's still options for that.
Here's my point.
If we got to that point.
Most women want their own child, though,
and also it's very expensive.
You're still having your own child. You're putting their sperm and your eggs in that person's body, and they're carrying your child.
You're not going to have the same level of attachment to that child as if you carried it for 9 months on your own.
Yeah,
I can imagine like loving even the child that is not mine.
That's like saying you wouldn't have the same level of love for a child that you adopt.
Once again, these are all fantastic ways around it. However, if we lined up 100 women, 90 of them are probably going to say, I prefer to carry my own child. Thank you very much.
You build a connection with your child and everything. It's more of a whole.
You got to do what you got to do.
Okay, you got to do what you got to do, but why not just make better decisions while you're young and get the best guy that you can get when you're actually attractive and fertile and can build a family while you're young?
So you're saying we all have to make
my priority isn't building a family. It's taking care of the family that I got and making sure that they get out the situation that they're in. You know, not everybody got the privilege to be able to.
Okay, that's your priority right now. But okay, here's my answer then. If you're trying to find a husband in the future and get something to settle down, he might not prioritize you now. He might want to go get a girl that's younger.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think women pay enough attention as to, okay, well, I want to get married. I want to have kids. What does the man that I want to get with and have this family want from me? Women look at it like, I want kids. I want a family. I want children. But they don't think, what type of guy is going to be able to provide this to me? And more importantly, what do I need to do to attract that guy so that he'll give me his last name so I can get that? So I'll tell you mine, and then I'll tell you men in general, because I'm going to, if I just speak for myself, that's solipsistic and stupid. We got to give general advice here. For myself, I don't give a fuck. However, what I will say is that most men in general don't care either, especially higher earning men. The only men that typically care about a woman's career
are bums.
Are the guys that you probably don't want to attract anyway.
Yeah. Just gross.
That expect you to pay half the bills, take a financial role in the relationship. And most women, when asked, typically don't want to pay the significant bills in a relationship with a man, especially if they have children.
So when you go out with these women, I take it that you don't even take them serious. You just fuck and
probably not. Yeah, probably not gonna, because well, it's the truth. Because
okay, so basically if they still stay with their parents and they're paying just a light bill and don't have a car, Uber's around, that's your type of girl? Or should I say the men type of women?
I love this because it's always the extreme, right? It's like she's either entrepreneur successful or she's a bum living with her parents. I'll tell you this. Women that are successful come with bad habits, typically, that are not attractive to men.
Which ones?
Okay.
That's what I'm saying.
They tend to be competitive. They tend to be assertive. They tend to be dominant. They tend to be non-agreeable. And they tend to focus on their career. These are all traits that are fantastic for a man to have.
So you need a yes bitch.
Yes.
Wow. I love that.
There you go.
Are there circumstances?
I'm just saying.
Incredible.
But that's what you need.
Yes. Incredible.
That's what men.
But a lot of women let independence get in the way of getting a man.
So here's the thing. Men lead.
Hold on, wait a minute. What did you say? I'm sorry.
A lot of women let their independence get in the way of getting a real man, though. They end up being too independent, and then you end up missing your blessings.
Well, let's hold on. Let's look at the word independent real quick. See, when women say I'm independent, let's be honest. Who are they independent of?
Exactly.
Men. When women make there's a difference between men and women. When a woman makes $100,000 per year, she says, I'm strong and independent. When a man makes $100,000 per year, he says, okay, I can raise a family. When we make money, we look at things completely differently. Women make money to become independent. Men make money to have a woman be dependent on them. Right. Men create excess resources, not for themselves, but for women and children in the future. Maybe they might ball out a little bit, but in the future, they're eventually going to have children. That's why they make those resources. Women make those resources to try to find a guy that makes more resources than her. Does that make sense? Yeah. Woman makes $100,000 per year. She's not trying to date a guy that makes $50K per year and take care of him.
No, she's not.
She's trying to She's trying to find a guy that makes $200K per year, $1 million a year so that he can share his excess resources with her. So do you see my point here? How a woman that makes a lot of money is not beneficial to a man, just like a man who has a fantastic fashion sense and extensive wardrobe is not beneficial to you.
But can I say I like what she said? She said she makes all the money and she does like a scrub. She does like
hold on. No. You missed a part. You missed a significant part. She said for sex. But when it comes to a relationship, her actually being attracted to that guy long term, she wants a man with ambition that's on his purpose.
Yeah, I missed that part then. But I did like that part that you said. You do like a dude that is a scrub. He has extra time
But
on
sex
his hand.
only though.
Because women be like, oh, I want a man that's always there, always here at this point, but he has so you don't want a man with no job.
Well, also,
that don't make sense to me.
The reason why scrubby men look better to us like that is because it's almost like they got something a little bit more to prove in the bedroom.
Like, of course, a homeless man will fuck you the best.
Yes,
he's fucking you to have somewhere to lay his head.
Yeah. But the key is he's probably not gonna have sex long, and a lot of women won't even give him a chance if he's a bum.
And then you're gonna get sick of that shit. You taking care of him.
Now I know. Here's the thing. Hold on, because I want to address this. And I know that a lot of women don't like to hear that. They go to school, they bust their ass to become successful, and you're telling me that you're telling me that the men that I want don't even want me. Well, men and women are different. It's not men want a yes bitch. It's that men understand that to be a leader, you need someone that's going to follow you. If I'm a man and I'm a leader, why would I want a woman that's going to be rambunctious, challenge me at every point and say, I know what I'm doing, I'm strong and independent? That's a headache, bro. Men don't want that. We already have to go out into the world and fight. Why the hell do we want to come home and fight with a woman?
And fight too.
So my thing is, like, you can be strong and independent as a woman. I'm not saying don't go to school and don't earn your money. What I am saying is that understand it's going to handicap you when it comes to dating. It's not going to make you sexier. No guy says, a chick has a master's degree, my dick is hard. No.
All right, I know. I already brought up masculine. What is it? I already forgot. Toxic masculinity.
Another thing too. Successful women are masculine. That's another thing too.
Yeah, for sure.
They're masculine as fuck. If I wore a dress on Saturdays, you would look at me like I'm crazy, right?
No.
Of course.
Exactly. So why is it that a man should accept a masculine woman?
What about toxic?
You're not going to accept a feminine man, right? Hold on, let her answer. You're not going to accept a feminine man, right?
Of course not.
So why should a man accept a masculine woman? You found your guy a year ago, right? You're in a relationship for 2 years ago?
No.
6 years ago. Six.
So you've been with him since you were 29?
Yeah, you can say that.
Okay.
Yeah,
all right, so you got lucky. He's an entrepreneur too?
Well, I actually didn't get lucky. Because it's what you mean I got lucky.
Yeah, were you an entrepreneur when you met him?
Uh-huh.
Were you a high earner?
Mm-hmm.
Were you making six figures when you met him? Somewhat.
Well, what does that mean, though?
Well, did he make significantly more money than you?
He's making money too, yeah, but
does he make more than you, or did he make more than you when you met?
To be honest with you, I didn't ask all them questions. I'm being real. You
didn't know how much money he earned when you started dating him, and now you're dating him for 6 years. You know how much money he earns now.
Okay, I'm thinking like you said when we first went out. I'm asking him, "Oh, how much money do you make?" Like, no,
not on the first date. Don't be too extreme. What, Chris? No, I'm saying not on the first date.
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah. I mean, but you knew how much money you earned.
You can tell by.
Yeah. So you obviously wouldn't be with him 6 years later. He probably earns more money than you now. I'm assuming, right? Which is why you're in a relationship with him. Women tend to date up. So what I'm saying is that for you to find a guy, right, that makes more money than you, that you're attracted to, and everything else like that, a lot of girls have a difficult time to do that, especially entrepreneurs that are higher earning that make 6 figures a year. I mean, you've been out the dating game for about 6 years now, but let me bring you back to what's going on. Most women find men economically attractive for a majority of them. Most women are struggling to find guys on their level. Women now are making more money than men in a lot of cities. And on top of that, women dominate men in college graduation. So women are out earning men a lot of the time. So a lot of them are finding a difficult time in finding a partner. So what I'm saying is you did get lucky because statistically speaking, a woman that made the kind of money that you made when you were single 6 years ago would be struggling today. I don't mean it's because you were saying before you didn't like it before and I said you were lucky. Statistically speaking, you are very lucky because again, for a girl to find a boyfriend at 29, it's much more difficult. You're an African-American woman, which tend to have the lowest approval ratings when it comes to dating. And
why is that?
There's a bunch of factors why, but typically women have the lowest approval rating when it comes to dating. They're the least desired race by men. So, and yeah, that's on dating apps in general, like that's what it is. So I know it sounded offensive for me to say that, like you are lucky, but you are from a statistical standpoint. Black women typically aren't desired in the dating game. And then to be a higher earner, you did well. So all I'm saying is I appreciate your guy. That's all I'm saying. You're better off than a lot of other women in your age group, in your demographic, and in your tax bracket. Like a lot of women that with your demographics are struggling to find a guy. So if you got a guy that you like, man, hold them tight, man. That's all I'm saying. Especially since divorce rates are high in the black community as well.
And nowadays, trust me when I say you don't want to date this market. It's chaos.
It's bad, bro.
So keep that nigga strong.
Yeah, the fact that she didn't even know, like, what was saying, like, bro, like, girls are struggling, like, especially as they get older and they're high earners. The girls that make 100K per year, late 20s, bro,
it's
struggling,
tough out here.
Struggling.
It's tough out here.
Just struggling.
25
out here.
single now.
Struggling.
Especially here in Miami.
Yeah.
Oh wait, you just got here.
6 weeks ago, and it's been enough for me to see what's happening
So,
here.
You got a lot more to see.
Yeah, and that's all facts. That's not me just talking shit. That's like from the numbers, man, from the dating numbers, with the dating apps and everything else like that. So, and the ages.